after that, we went to Q39 where the festivities were supposed to end, but they did not.
They did not.
We took the festivities to 3rd Street Social, and then we went to El Puerto here in town, and then we went to the Pleasant Hill football game. Welcome to episode 58 of Yellow Colored Glasses. We are here to celebrate 2 years of business. We just celebrated 1 year of podcasting. End of?
That's what I was wondering.
End of August, and now we are officially 2 years in business as of September of 2023. So first and foremost, let's read a review. This review is from Cassie B. Cassie says, Warren and Mounce made it easy to shop for new policies. Dustin explained the coverage in a way no other insurance broker agent has to us. Amanda took care of the rest and saw the process through. The cards in the mail were nice to touch. The cards in the mail were a nice touch as well. Thank you guys.
That's awesome.
Whoop, whoop. Thank you, Cassie.
Thank you.
I'm sure they were nice to touch
Yeah.
as well.
Physically nice to touch.
That's
laminated.
We made sure the material that we got was really good, and good.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would do without you to see the process through. I'll tell you that.
Oh man, we're a team. That's what matters.
2 years.
We have what, 110 5-star reviews right now?
Ish, maybe just a few shy of that.
So if you guys haven't left us a review, let's get your honest feedback.
Yeah.
100.
No, it is. You're right. 110. I thought we were still like 105. Cool.
Nice work.
Those reviews, I know we say it all the time, but the reviews make a massive difference.
They do.
It's amazing how, as time's gone on, how all of a sudden, like, we can see our searches and people popping in just insurance, Googling in the metro area, and boom, we're popping up at the top.
Yep.
So
Yep.
and that helps a ton. You guys know that though. So
I had
Thank
I had a client recently that she lives in Kansas City, but she Googled, insurance broker.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Who was? Yeah, I do remember that. That was just recent too, wasn't it?
yeah, I would say within the past month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
My nerdy brain gets really excited when the Google Analytics emails come through, and I get to see like every single week the calls have increased, the searches have increased, and so it's been really fun to watch that.
That's cool.
yeah,
well, we had a fun weekend.
we did.
Fun Friday, and let's talk about that. What do we do Friday?
Well, do we want to do our peek in our pit?
Oh yeah,
Peek and pit.
see, there we go.
Let's do our peek in
Let's
our
do our
pit.
peek in our pit. Let me go first.
Yeah.
We doing peaks and then pit, or are we all doing peak and then we'll come back and do a pit?
We'll all do peak and then we'll all do
Okay,
pit.
so I would say a peak on our end, on my end, is it's fall. It's coming up. Fall's coming here. We got football season here. Hunting season is around the corner. It's actually literally here now. And Sundays, football back on Sundays is a blast for me. So I think that's a peak that I have going on right now.
That's good. My peak is probably Friday and Saturday, a toss-up between the two. We'll talk more about what we did on Friday and Saturday, but all of the events that
was a blast.
took place.
Yeah, we had a good time.
They were a lot of fun. And then my peak, or no, I'm sorry, I was almost pitching back off.
My peak and my pit, I
Peak,
feel
just peak,
like
just peak,
I know,
baby.
but they're kind of the same thing.
Well, what's the peak?
We're getting a new bathroom.
There you go. Okay.
So I'm excited about it, but it was also a pit in the way that it's happened.
Well, you can talk about the pit.
No, go for it.
So my peak is I won a lot of money this weekend in football. I went to Kansas. Since Missouri, you can't do that. Also might have a bookie that lives in Nashville. But anyway, the weekend is not over. We have 2 games tonight. And so anyway, it's been I have a lot of peaks, but I'm glad you took the bathroom one because that's what was going to be one. Now it's money. So
I have another one really fast.
we'll get Pit.
Okay, my pit is I lost all my bets yesterday that I thought would all hit. And yeah, that actually was a real bummer. That's probably my pit today.
So the football being on is a peak, but the pit was that you didn't win money on the football.
I was, we were all sitting there at the place we were at on Friday night. It was me, you, and Caleb all talking about football. And, Caleb and Dusty are gonna hit, and I'm gonna lose. So it's okay. Though. It's still fun. So, anyways,
blast.
that was my pit.
My pit is, again, the events that took place on Friday. We were in competition with the guys in the office.
Oh, yes.
And they smoked us. Big time smoked us. I think the ending score was like 22-13. Is that right?
I think it was like
we'll give
28 to 11.
11.
You have a spider.
On your
That's.
And the current pit is that
I don't
there was a
know.
spider for sure.
I think it's gone.
Did you get it? Did I get it?
Somebody got it.
Oh man.
Anyways.
Yeah, that was.
Hey, you guys gave it a good effort, and
Yeah.
you were up 3-0.
And you guys were up against really competition that was just out of here. I mean, it was
The
just.
competition was tough.
Well, we did, again, talk after, and
Yes.
we decided, and we had to have this mindset going into it that you guys needed an ego boost, and so we took necessary precautions
Mission accomplished.
to make sure that you guys felt good about yourselves.
Okay. Love it. All right.
All right, so more into why getting a new bathroom was also pit is because we had a massive leak into our basement. So
Yeah.
that's been fun to deal with.
But shout out to Chad Lair and Justin Howerton. They're knocking the job out really quickly and efficiently.
Came to the rescue.
So, yeah,
That's
good.
awesome.
Oh, pit. Pit for me is I got to teach my kids how to actually bow hunt. I don't know if you guys saw the videos that I posted last night, but they got a lot of practicing to do. They were hunting last night in the backyard, and you're never going to get more time than they had. You guys got to watch the videos. It's pretty bad. So you got to teach them a little bit better strategy on bow hunting. I don't know. I don't really have pits are really hard for me to come up with.
Yeah.
Things are really awesome. And yeah, we're gonna get into the weekend and all that stuff of what we did, but it's been going great. So, yep.
Cool. So what did we do this weekend?
So on Saturday or on Friday, we took the day off. It was a normal working day for most working people. But at Mounce Agency, we took the day off. And the morning we spent cooking for a local shelter.
Okay.
And then in the afternoon, we went on a game show. We weren't actually on a game show, but we participated as if we were on a game show.
What was the place actually called?
I don't know. Game show?
Was it? I think it was.
It's Showdown or
Showdown.
something.
Game show showdown.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so shout out to them. That was really cool. And the people there was only 2 people there, a guy and a gal, and they made it so much fun. And then after that, we went to Q39 where the festivities were supposed to end, but they did not.
They did not. We went.
We took the festivities to 3rd Street
Oh,
Social,
wow.
and then we went to
El
Puerto here in town, and then we went to the Pleasant Hill football game.
Did we do that?
Yep.
Against my
So-
recommendation.
We were. Yeah, it was fun.
Did we go home after the football game?
Yes.
Yeah, we did. We did. And honestly, first of all, let's talk a little bit more about the game show, because yes, like Michaela said, there was only 2 people in there, and they did a phenomenal
Yeah.
job. It was literally like you were on a real game show. And it's just 6 of us, right? It's us 4 and then Janie and Caleb. So I personally was a little worried beforehand. I didn't know how it would go. I was like, is 6 people enough? Is it can we have too small amount of people to be fun? It was a freaking blast. I would recommend anybody go there. If you have like families that you want to go, like we were like, like if we could do our families against each other, something like that. That was really, really cool. And it was all the stuff that you guys would think of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Family
the-
Feud stuff.
Yeah.
They have Wheel of Fortune. That was in a different one. All that. But Q39, gosh, dang,
good
that
too.
food. I also had the leftover brisket, and it was just as good. So
Yeah, all the food there was delicious.
Those
Drinks.
appetizers. The appetizers
Oh,
were
yes.
the
fire.
appetizers.
So
The
yeah, speaking of
appetizer was really
appetizers,
good.
I don't know if anybody on here has ever tried poutine before. Poutine, and the traditional as far as I know, I'm not like an expert, but as far as I know, it's fries, gravy, and cheese curds. But of course, if we go to barbecue, they spice it up with brisket and is that what it was?
Pulled pork.
Pulled pork, and barbecue sauce, and it
A little bit of ranch.
was delightful.
Didn't have ranch.
I think that was
dipped it.
optional.
You
I
probably
dipped it
did
in
that.
ranch. I dipped it in ranch.
Jake's like, well, mine had ranch.
That was really good.
It was-
No,
It was actually very good.
That one took the cake for sure.
And what about your sandwich that you had? That was like the best. What
Pulled
was
pork
it?
sandwich, classic pulled pork sandwich, but it melted in my mouth.
It was-
Like, so delicious.
Yeah, that was really good.
Very.
It was funny because when we went to 3rd Street, that was probably where we let loose a little bit there, and then me and Michaela went back to 3rd Street Saturday night.
Have the same server?
And we saw the same. Well, I walked in and he was like, "Hey, she's over there," and he didn't even know. Like he wasn't even our actual server, but we've seen him multiple times. And I was like, "Oh, thanks, man." And then we were sitting there, and she was like, "We probably need to apologize to him for being rowdy." So we hollered at him, and I was like, "Hey, man," I was like, "Were we pretty bad last night?" He's like, "No." He's like, "You guys were great," but it was one of those things.
I feel like the good
you had to
servers-
double check it, but he was super cool.
I feel like the good servers are like not disturbed by.
Well, and we weren't rude and disrespectful. We were just a
having
little
fun. We were just
loud.
laughing.
fun.
We were just
We were
laughing.
just a little loud laughing.
We gave him a pretty good tip too.
Yeah.
So that probably helped. Would have hoped.
What?
Good
So I
tips
probably
always help.
I gave him a nice little tip. So.
And then carpool karaoke was very fun as well.
It's always
Oh
fun.
boy.
It was great. And then that led us into what we're kind of talking about with being in 2 years in business. And we had our event that the girls did a great job of planning that, and talk about what we did there.
So we had I can't really call it a barbecue because it wasn't a barbecue, more of a fiesta out front. Adele from El Puerto catered in Mexican tacos for us, and then Miss Patty Leyda killed it in the sweets game.
Yep.
Gosh,
Some of the best sweets I've ever had.
we need to make sure we post when we post the podcast. Like, does she have her website and stuff that we can post the link
I don't
to?
think she has a website,
Nothing?
So
but-
she,
Facebook stuff.
Yeah, she's primarily been word of mouth, and part of the reason she wanted to help us out with the event is because she wanted to kind of up her marketing, and she thought, well, if I can, host an event or cater to an event, that would be helpful, which it was, because
Yes.
we had an enormous amount of people constantly asking me, who is this
Yeah.
person, like where did you get these treats, is she local, like how can I get a hold of this stuff? So anyway, I don't even remember the question.
No, I
If
just
she
didn't
had,
know
like,
if
a website or anything.
We need to. Yeah, it was phenomenal. You guys that watch this or listen to this, if you need any kind of desserts, and the coolest part was they were all very
Packaged
cute.
out.
They
Yes.
were cute and
Yes.
nice packaging. They were small, which is great. You didn't have to
Yes.
have a giant cookie.
Exactly.
And there was a lot of hype on the whole lemon blossom thing that her son loves so much. Shout out Wyatt, they're good, dude. They were amazing. I'm not even a lemon fan, and those were phenomenal.
They were incredible.
So
Amazing.
yeah, great job there. And then Adele obviously coming in. He even helped Jake go to the store and get some extra stuff because he didn't think Jake could find it.
That was funny because
When you left, he said, "I'm gonna follow him to the store."
So he did. So like
Yeah.
I walked in and he was pulling through, so I thought he was just going back to the restaurant. And I'm sitting there looking at everything. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, okay, there's not exactly what I'm looking for here. And then all of a sudden Adele goes, "Here you go. This is what we need." Like basically grabbed it. I'm like, oh, hey Adele. So anyway, because I didn't know he was even in there. Like he just came
Yeah.
up from behind me.
That's
He's
good.
funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we had a great turnout. It
Yes.
was good weather. Weather
Great weather.
wasn't too hot, wasn't too
No,
cold.
It was great.
We had, I'd say, 50, 60 people come through.
Ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like it was busy the whole day, and everybody had a really good time. So appreciate everybody coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and to all of those that stuck around and helped us clean up too. That
Yeah.
was a lot of help, so
Yeah.
For sure.
appreciate that.
Yeah, it's crazy how quick 2 years has gone.
Uh-huh.
Like, I don't know. It's just weird, and we couldn't be even close to doing what we're doing without everybody
Yep.
that supports us and trusts us and lets us insure them. So, and the referrals too. I mean, I feel like do you guys feel like that's just picking up
Oh, yeah.
faster
Oh, yeah.
and faster and
Yeah.
faster? So, yeah.
Yeah, the compound effect there. I mean, the more people we help, the more people they refer,
Yeah.
and it just continues to build. So appreciate everybody coming out and supporting us, and
Yep.
you know, little things we can do like that. It's
it'll-
pretty fun to do.
And it'll be year 3 in no time, or
Yeah.
after the third one in no time. So,
Yep.
It goes a long way. It doesn't. We don't take it for granted. We really try to be above and beyond
Yep.
other insurance agents in the area. So,
Yeah, I feel like we could probably do that every year.
what?
Customer appreciation event.
For sure.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
where we do something,
Yeah.
I mean, because that's the other thing is not like then we support another like 2 other local businesses.
Uh-huh.
That's kind of the main thing why we're doing
Absolutely.
the podcast is we bring on other businesses. So
Yeah.
it's just another way for us to continue to keep that support
And collaborate
local
with them
and
as well.
Yep.
I want to go back to Adele really quick. So Adele literally provided everything. So he brought like heat warmers for the chicken, the beef, the rice. He brought salsa. He brought queso, shredded cheese, sour cream, lettuce. I mean, a giant thing of chips. He did a phenomenal job. So
Yeah.
thank you so much to Adele. He owns El Puerto. He actually just opened up a second location in Harrisonville, Missouri, if you're in the Harrisonville area. So thank you,
Yes.
Adele.
Adele's a celebrity in Pleasant Hill. So if you're in the area, you know who we're talking about.
It's funny whenever if you're at the restaurant before he gets there, like you know it'll be a busy night and the whole place will be full, and he'll walk in and it's like he walks in and he goes to every single table and he's fist bumping, he's playing with the kids, I don't know. There's not very many people like him, and when you talk about relationships, we're in a relationship business, and still to this day I've not set foot in the other Mexican restaurant in town because I just feel like I can't. So
Feels like we're cheating on him.
yes, that's how it feels. So
No, Adele's a good dude. He's
He is.
really, really good person.
Actually, when we were negotiating a price for him catering our event, whenever we were after our stop at 3rd Street, we ended up at El Puerto, and then we were talking about, okay, how much do we owe you? And part of the deal is Dustin and Jake have to play basketball with him. You guys owe him a basketball game as part of the deal.
yeah,
I don't know if he gets much out of me playing, but I mean, I'll be more than happy to play.
yeah, it's always fun. That's always fun. So, well, what
else?
I don't know. There was something that I was going to bring up about moving forward. I don't remember what it was though. Anybody got anything?
I don't know.
Just excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Grateful.
fun. It's fun to see that 2 years in, we're still doing a bunch of fun things. We're still, I feel like it's still. I mean, we're evolving with everything we're doing. So it keeps it fun. And like I said, I think stuff like that, like the events, like customer events, and supporting other businesses like that. That's a ton of fun as well. And I think I want to do that. I want to do more of that.
I want to do so whenever we cooked for the shelter, we did, Amanda picked out a meal, I picked out a meal, and then we did basically 4 pretty big pans of each meal. I feel like we should, number 1, do that more often.
Yes.
Because that felt good, right?
Yes.
And then, just more meals.
First of all, we dominated. We
Oh,
had that
yeah.
stuff knocked out in no time.
Yes,
Yeah.
we did.
Well, and to be honest though, that's what happens when it goes back to the game show competition. When you have me, Jake, and Caleb helping you 3 cook.
We were the foreman on the job. Caleb
No,
actually did help.
Caleb
did.
helped
This-
a lot.
About 60% of what you said was bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I pushed the timer on the oven and made sure that we were good on that.
That's about all
My
Dusty did.
contribution. I stayed out of the way. That was my
Yep.
contribution.
That's why I asked Michaela the night before. I'm like, what do you want me to do? Because, usually I make a ton of messes.
You
and
caffeinated?
I did.
Yes,
I
you
went
did.
to all.
Kitchen
I got the rice. I got
You did. You got the
the
rice.
monsters.
And you caffeinated some folks, and
And
honestly,
I saved some time by
that
not
is
having to go to
important.
Casey's to do it. I went to the gas station a little bit closer. So,
I know, most people probably don't know where the Mounces live, but not near. There's a lot more gas stations closer, and I suggested that Jake go to
She goes,
Casey's.
can you go to Casey's and get a couple monsters? I'm like, well, yeah, but can I just go to the one right next
You're
to where
probably
I'm
like,
at?
why Casey's?
So, anyways. No, I think we had a good time. And I think on the next one, I think it would be fun to, if we could bring in other businesses some way, somehow, where maybe we do, maybe another business wants to do another customer appreciation and we can have all one big event.
Yeah.
And maybe have another, like more vendors come in some way, somehow, meeting other businesses. Like, I don't know, like if somebody does have a food truck or, I don't know, it's just different things like that. I think would be cool to do.
Yeah, good stuff.
like that.
Yeah, so if you're watching,
more the merrier.
have ideas, hit us up.
Yes, and if you know of shelters that we can help out, if you have a favorite recipe that we could make,
Yeah.
if you...
We did learn one thing though. Cooking it all, smelling it all, and then not making enough for us to eat lunch.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah, 'cause
That was bad planning.
I did a full almost 24-hour fast that day because I didn't have enough time to eat. So then we got to Q39 and
That made it worth it.
You really
though.
went in.
We crushed that food at Q39.
did.
We even ordered 3 appetizers.
We did.
3 appetizers, which I think we need to do.
Yep.
That we crushed it. That was so good. That was
a good time.
I want to go back. Yeah. Also, no, never mind.
but
I was gonna say, we're talking about our customers and thanking them and all that too. And I don't want to get too much on the insurance piece of things, but we're moving into, obviously our next round of renewals where we've got customers that have been with us for 2 years now. And with the insurance market the way that it is right now, it's been awesome with how people have responded and understanding and have worked just like we work with them, they're working with us. And that's been really appreciative too, because like we said, we are doing our absolute best, just like we say we're going to. And so whenever we call and we talk and we educate you on what's going on and you guys are rolling with it, like that's just awesome. So thank you for that too. Because it is crazy. It is a crazy market right now, and we'll probably do one, I don't know, here in a few weeks on kind of an update on that in the market. But,
it's a wild times. Insurance, like we've always talked about, is delayed. So everything we've seen, 2 or 3 years ago is now catching up, and you just got to weather the storm.
No pun intended.
Yep. And we actually did have a couple. Did you guys have hail at your house on Saturday?
We did not, but there's some clients that did.
Did they? Yeah, I know. I figured I had a couple
On what
videos
day?
come through.
It was smaller though, wasn't it?
Because remember, Saturday we were leaving. Yeah, me and Michaela. Yeah, that was fun. Anyways, I was like, well, let's just take my truck because it looks like it might storm. That was about it.
Okay.
It didn't storm. Like the place we went to,
I
it
don't
didn't
have
storm.
anything of value to add.
It wasn't
to
that the
this
night that Asher was running
conversation.
around outside going, we need to get inside.
Yes, it
We
was.
can't be out
There's
here.
lightning, there's thunder, get inside.
We left like a little bit before it happened, I think, and we were driving into Lee Summit, and it just rained. But I didn't know it didn't. So it didn't hail here.
I did.
It
not
did
that
in
I
Blue
know of.
Springs, I know.
I know it did at Winnebago,
Okay.
and a couple other places.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
It wasn't big hail though, was it?
no, it wasn't. It
small
wasn't.
stuff.
It was real small stuff. So I don't know how hard it was, but it was just like little pea size. It looked like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can work with that. So, but
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Well, we're going to keep this one short and sweet.
Yep.
Thank you again to everybody that stopped by, all of our clients. Thank you to Janny. Actually, before we wrap this up, let's talk about Janny and Caleb
Yep.
really quickly.
Yeah.
Because we could not be where we are without them. They
Yeah.
have extremely important roles in the office. Caleb is responsible for selling commercial auto policies to trucking companies, essentially in the office, and Janny is responsible for servicing those trucking companies. So they're both extremely, extremely important to the upkeep and their survival of Warren and Mounce Agency. So we greatly appreciate everything that they do for us.
And spending their Saturday as well out with us at the event and
All day Friday and all day Saturday.
Yeah.
Most of the day for Saturday.
so
yeah, it's kind of cool when you have an entire department that you can hand off and basically
And they can run with it.
Yeah.
they run with it. We are really, really hands off on that, and to trust them to do that and to keep just improving.
Sorry.
To keep just improving and getting better and helping us grow is awesome. So yes, thank you
sure.
to both of them.
Yes.
And they're pretty fun to hang out
Yeah.
with too.
We had way too much fun. We laughed.
a lot.
Oh my gosh. I was literally crying at the table.
At Third Street Social, I was definitely in tears
Yeah,
laughing.
that one.
God. He
There were
goes,
so many funny things.
yeah.
What?
So the next day, so we, you know, all 4 of us or 6 of us went to Third Street on Friday, and then me and Jake go on Saturday. And he's like, "Did you see our waiter from last night?" And I was like, "I mean, I saw him, but I don't really remember about last night." And then I kind of got to thinking about it, and I was like,
Yeah, she did. Literally that face. She goes, "Oh my gosh, we should probably apologize."
Oh,
it was so much fun.
And then our actual our actual waitress, she came over and she goes, "Hey," she goes, "I heard that you guys were here last night and you guys really were pretty rowdy." I said, "Really?" I was like, "He just said that we were okay." And then she was joking with it. She was like, "Yeah, he said to say that." So they're good
That's
people.
funny.
Very,
Yeah.
very good.
It's a great restaurant.
It is.
For sure.
Very, yeah. Shout out to Third Street Social for showing us a good time. Because we really had a good time.
Yep, that was a good time. So, okay.
Alrighty. Okay.
Episode 58 in the
Yes.
books.
Yep, yellow code glasses.
Cool.
Appreciate you guys.
Yes.
Thank you.
Peace out, everybody.